All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim, preaching this word in all truth and sincerity. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14. And it reads, "The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly." Okay, the day of the Lord is near. All right, and it's hastening greatly. A few weeks ago, all right, there's this Israelite lady that works with me, so-called Mexican woman, and she was like, gosh, it was, I think, either a Thursday, I believe it was a Thursday, because I show up to that site and begin my work week at that site on a Thursday. And she tells me, she's like, gosh, she's like, I feel like, the weeks are just flying by. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Now us that are in the truth, that believe in and call upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Wa Harakakwadash, okay, we understand why, time is speeding up. We understand why these days, these weeks, these months are flying. Okay, because the Lord is speeding up the time for the elect's sake. Okay, for the true believers. The scripture says, if the Lord did not shorten the days, no flesh will be saved. Okay, it is really stressful. Okay, it's very causes disease. We are not at ease here. We are being stressed out. Okay, cortisol levels, all right, depression. These things are happening, man. Okay, and then, suffering in the body, in your mind. As I said, when you're not at ease, it creates disease. Okay, when you're stressed out and, you already got ailments and things of that nature. When you're stressed out, your cortisol, in your body is, at a super high level. Okay, it'll cause cancers and these different ailments, these different diseases to take toll on you, man. Okay. Now, she was like, gosh, it feels like, time is flying by. And then not too long ago, about a week or two after that, she sees me and she's like, man, it seems like, it's, you're here one day and then it's like it's already next week and I see you again. Okay, because the Lord, He's speeding up that time, man. All right. Says, the great day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly. So it's near, but it's hastening. Okay, it's picking up. And what you see right here is Iran attacks U.S. warships. Then you see U.S. military airstrikes Iran. UAE under attack after U.S. violates Iran truce. Okay, they were talking about a truce, ceasefire, and it never went anywhere. All right, they're shooting missiles at each other, attacking each other. And not to mention what's going on with this Hanta. Okay, they're proposing possible lockdowns, quarantines. All this is going to take place, okay, all at once. Because we're living in the great day of the Lord. Okay, Yahushai's return, the second coming. Okay, it says even the voice of the day of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, even the voice. So brothers are out there on fire, pushing these videos, prophesying of what's to come. And it's clearly evident if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. You could just turn on the TV or go on, the internet, and you could see that, these war drums are beating louder and louder. All right. Famine, okay, is right at the door. Hyperinflation. All right, the collapse of, the petrodollar. Shoot, I didn't even know that the U.S. debt clock, I believe it's called the usdebtclock.org, it tells you that America's already over $100 trillion in debt. And Esau likes to play with numbers. So it's got to be like $300 trillion in debt. All right. They say the global, wealth, all right, is like 6-7 trillion. You got the elite that harbage about $500 trillion of the world's wealth. Okay. So pretty much America is at a super high debt to the world, starting with the elite bankers. Okay. And they're going to pull the plug on this place, man. They're going to pull the plug on this place because this place was not set to be forever. This place was intended to be a prison for you Israelites. All right. This place I'm talking about, America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay. So it says, even the voice of the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Brothers are out there speaking. Brothers are doing lessons week in and week out. We have nothing more to live for than to prophesy. Okay, everything else is just, us here in the meantime. Okay, but the good times only exist when we're speaking the words of the Lord. It says, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. All you tough guys, man. All you proud demons out there. Okay, that do not fear the Lord, that are not making your calling and election sure, that are not seeking to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, you're mighty in your pride, thinking that everything's going to be okay when it's not. Okay? Then you got actual mighty men. All right? What's the slogan of the U.S. Marines? The few, the proud, the Marines. Okay? You got these American troops that are so proud, thinking nobody can take them down. They got the biggest, baddest military. All right? You Americans. And when I say you Americans, I'm talking about all you people here that trust in Babylon. Okay? You're going to cry bitterly when these plagues start to hit this place, when the draft comes, when they start shipping you guys out. Okay? Paratrooping your asses, and you on a Navy ship and it gets hit with a Iranian missile, man. By a Russian missile, by a Chinese missile. Okay? When these sleeper cells get activated here in America. All right, we've been warning you of this. Okay? It's verse 15. The day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, distress, Slakia, and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. America is it's a place of fenced cities, right? Because you do have a lot of cities here. Okay, it's not. It's a. They call it a country, but really they're fenced. All right, cities. They got borders. Okay, says and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Okay? The Lord, He's going to bring major distress. He's going to cut off the internet, your telecommunications. Okay, these stores are going to be empty. There's going to be, the pestilence, different plagues out here. Okay, lockdowns. Okay, and you're going to walk like blind men. You're not going to know what the fuck to do, what's going on, where to go, where to hide, how to eat, how to survive. That's why the scripture says, woe unto you that go down to Egypt for help and trust in chariots. Because what you're going to end up doing is running to the government, running to Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, for help, for aid. When this motherfucking bastard is the reason why it's going down the way it's going down. Yes, it's the will of the Lord, but he is the perfect devil to bring it about. Okay? He is the perfect devil to starve you out. Okay? To bring about this evil and wickedness. All right? The Lord said it's going to be done. Okay? And this guy is the one to do it. He's the perfect man for the job. Okay? We're warning you, man. Although America does got missile defense systems in an army, the Lord gonna bring fucking doom upon this place, man. Okay? The book of Joel goes into how these missiles, they're not gonna break their rings. That when they fall upon the sword, they're not gonna be wounded. Okay, no missile defense system is gonna stop these, ICBMs from hitting their targets here in Babylon, man. Okay? Not to mention these new missiles, can be equipped with multiple warheads. Meaning, when they notice they're being seeked, being pursued after, they can disengage warheads, to hit different targets, man. Okay, you've seen what Russia just did to Ukraine not too long ago, where they let loose those hypersonic missiles. Those hypersonic missiles, they can't be intercepted, man. Okay, you blink an eye, you missed it. All right, it was almost as if they got. It's almost as if a portal opened and those missiles were dropping on Ukraine. That's how fast they were moving, man. And this isn't even the top technology that these nations have that they're going to use on this place. Okay? America, yeah, they got some top secret stuff. And their allies got some top secret stuff. But so do the other nations. Okay, Moab came out, the so-called Chinese, that they got one missile that carries 60 warheads. 61. 60 plus 1. All right? 60 warheads, that are nuclear capable. And the final one Okay, the plus one is an atom bomb. Okay, a hydrogen bomb. All right. So this is getting serious, man. You see this, okay? You see this, man. All right. You just keep scrolling there. Of course, you got the brothers. All right. If you can't see it now, then you might never. The last hantavirus outbreak in America was in '93, exactly 33 years ago. What's that number 33, man? That number 33 is synonymous with fucking with the fucking Freemasons, Skull and Bones, the Illuminati. Okay? You can't make this stuff up, man. If you don't have eyes to see, if you're not working on your salvation, you're fucking dead, man. You're asleep. You're in a fucking slumber, man. Okay? I didn't want to read this. All right? But this is in the same chapter. This is Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. Okay? The Lord is constantly watching Jake. All right? Watching our people. And when I say Jake and our people, I'm talking about those of you that say you know the Lord, that say you believe, that call yourself a Hebrew Israelite. It says, and punish the men that are settled on their lease, that say in their heart, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will not do good, neither will he do evil. Thinking that you got all the fucking time in the world to get right, when you don't. Thinking that the Lord is just winking at your silliness. He's not. Okay, the angels, Yahweh Shai, are right there marking everything you're doing. And in the end, you're going to be judged. Okay? Everything is being accounted for. Everything. Your goods and your wrongs. And in the end, it's all going to be thrown on a scale, on a balance. All right? And the Lord going to judge you. He's going to give you your reward. Whether it's missiles or chariots. Whether you get beamed up or get hit with nukes, man. This is very serious. Okay? This is verse 18. Neither there or Sluk. Yeah. 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's wrath. So, you can't give the Lord any kind of ransom to save you. Any physical thing. It's about your spirit. It's about your soul. It's about if you've been predestined or not. Okay? Because the elect, the righteous, they're going to be seeking after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in diligence. Okay? It says, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. You see, and though we live here, though we live in America, though you got Israelites scattered amongst all nations, okay, they're not seeking, okay, to dwell in those places forever. We want to get up out of here. And we don't just show up to camp and pretend that we're angry on camera. We don't just do these videos and pretend, all right, that we believe, man. We truly believe. Okay? We truly desire this. The day of the Lord and you know, being saved in that time. Okay, here it is, you know. Brothers got jobs, brothers got lives. It's what? It's almost 12 It's almost 12 a.m. Okay, I've been up since about 7, 8 in the morning. Went to work, did my thing, got home, and I said, man, before I do anything else, before I lay down and relax, I need to hit a lesson. I need to do a video. Okay, I need to show the Lord that, okay, that I believe. I need to preach this so Israelites can, examine themselves, be exhorted, be admonished. Okay? Maybe brothers ain't, watched any videos about, what's taking place, man, the hantavirus. Maybe brothers ain't seen that yet, man. Okay? Sisters out there. All right? But the only thing that can save you is if, hey, man, you're predestined. And if you're predestined to make it, you're going to be diligent, man. That's what it's about. You can't give the Lord any fucking ransom. You can't do anything but hope that you were predestined. And it's going to show that you got a fighting chance by your diligence, man. All right? It's going to show that you fear the Lord. Because, man, I'm tired. I'm tired physically, okay, and mentally. Spiritually, I'm strong. But mentally and physically, man, I'm tired. Okay? I just got off work. And, my line of work isn't physical labor, but it's a big mental game, man. It's mental. You got to keep yourself occupied in your mind. Most people do this kind of line of work that I do. After about a month, they're like, man, I got to get another job. I can't do this. But anyways, it's at the doors, man. Yahweh Shai's return is at the doors. It's hastening. A lot of people are coming out saying that they're noticing the time is just flying. Here it is. We're already in May. Okay, we're in May 7th. Okay? Couple days is going to be May 10th. All right, you got so-called fucking Mother's Day. Another fucking pagan-ass, satanic-ass holiday. So-called holiday. And that's going to be a third of this month already gone. Next you know, we're going to be in June, which is half of the year. Of the so-called year. And we believe that, shit could hit the fan real soon, man. They had that Time magazine and showing you all kinds of things that could happen this year. All right, let me actually look it up. All right, here it is. It says the world ahead. Let's zoom in. You got Trump on there. You got all these fucking drugs, video games controlling the brain. 250 years. This is the 250th year of America. Okay. 1776 to the year 2026. And look at it. It's all these, missiles attacking. Okay. All this stuff, man. I thought I seen a piece that showed like a syringe. See, you got tanks everywhere, missiles, rockets. Oh, look at those, look like the Persians. What's going on right there in the Persian Gulf? All right. Oh, there it is. There's a syringe right there. So yeah, they're showing you things, man. There's another fucking syringe right there. So yeah, man, this is gonna go down, man. I don't want Ratazad. Is this here? Okay, then we can get up out of here and enjoy what it is to really live. All right, especially being righteous. Anyways, with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakudash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Shalom.